trophies speak to the traditions and the spirit of the contest between schools, and sometimes they also come wrapped as a massive bronze pig. Floyd of Rosedale is on the line in the matchup we have coming up. Welcome to Kinnick Stadium in Iowa City, Iowa, home of the Hawkeyes. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Minnesota Golden Gophers, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the Iowa Hawkeyes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Hawkeyes will kick it off to get us underway. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Minnesota's offense will dial up the first ball plays in this one. Guys, I know some would have a hard time believing it, but Iowa scored more than 30 points in this game last year and won fifth straight against the Gophers, taking Floyd of Rosedale back to Iowa City. But again, they scored 30. Oh, he's got some space. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Offense will try to strike on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Grabbed over the middle, it's Coleman. And he's brought down after a nice gain. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the back. Finding an escape route. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
And how about that for efficiency if you're on this offense right now? 3 plays, 3 first downs. They get that one running the football. Great vision and open field running ability. Everything they're doing right now is working. This play caller is in a rhythm.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. Kinnick is having a connection fit to try to help the D on 3rd down. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Good right down the boulevard. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
I know one thing this head coach does every week is he challenges his guys to start fast. And it's so important today, playing on the road in this kind of environment. You saw a nice drive. They didn't get the touchdown they would have loved, but still, kicking that field goal and taking this early lead, that's a statement for the visiting team.
So Iowa's offense will go to work for the first time. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare of a game last week, David.
It was not a good performance. And this offense has got to grow. It's got to get better. And they've got to find some ways to move the football. They've got to throw the football, but we can't turn it over. Just those are the critical mistakes. More games are lost than won. And last week, too many turnovers for this quarterback.
Well, they just had too many negative plays and too many turnovers in that game to win. They believe they've got the dudes offensively to win games so long as they stay on schedule. When you're going backwards and you're giving the offense on the other side more possessions because you turn it over, that's a recipe for disaster, and that's something they have to be able to avoid in this game.
Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down. The Hawkeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Hawkeyes are moving quickly down the field. The RPO, it's complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. This rivalry between Iowa and Minnesota even predates Floyd of Rosedale. Goes all the way back to 1891, guys.
Crazy to think about a rivalry going that far, and it's passed down, and the uniforms changes, and the names change, but it's so cool, the history of this intact, people keeping track of the records, and it means something to those players back then and to these now.
Yeah, tradition, that's one of the things that makes college football the greatest sport in the world. And the fact that you get to have these trophy games, Floyd of Rosedale, are you kidding me? This is a game you've got to tune into.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out.
They'll go right back to the run. Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. On third down, he drops to throw. Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This quarterback was having success throwing on the opening drive of the game, in large part because it's a lot harder to throw on third down when the defense is expecting it, like you saw right there. They were...
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Almost a D lineman's dream, but he couldn't hang on. It'll be third down. Looking to throw, it's Lindsey. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. The Golden Gophers send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. He gets a block. Wide open. It's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. The return man takes it to the end zone himself, and now he'll give his team the lead.
And your defense made a big stop. I think you're getting the offense the football back, but how about special teams coming through in a big way to take the lead for you, get some excitement, get some juice back on your side.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. The play action fake. Throws to the tight end. It's complete. All the way out to the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 15. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. To the air on first down. Fires to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Lindsey. Snagged out of the air. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. Pass completion moves the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. They'll run it from the gun. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
It's the end of the first quarter, and now time for one of the great traditions in college football, when the entire crowd here in Iowa City will turn and give a wave to the children at the University of Iowa, Stead Family Children's Hospital. Everyone engaged, and we wave and salute those kids and wish them all the best. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Trying play action. Unloads to the wideout. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Well, the defense knew this was going to be the guy the offense was trying to get the football to, so it looks like they've got a plan for him. Nice job.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
And the returner goes down. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful. I
agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You can tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Hawkeyes will send out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. They make the stop, and that is exactly what... out of your punt cover unit. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. Quickly complete. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Tight end now in motion. He'll pull it on the read. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking downfield, it's Lindsey. Throws for the tight end. He's got an open man. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36. This offense has been sluggish to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got his man in the middle. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Picked up some yardage with that completion, now 2nd down.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in-route there.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And now this offense will try to overcome that 2nd down incompletion. Fires to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. The change will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
Nice job by the receiver on the in-route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Caught in the backfield, it's Taylor. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal. And the Golden Gophers started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. Touchdown, Golden Gophers! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Iowa has the ball touchdown would give them the lead. Going to the running game. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
And when you run the counter play, you're really hoping to bust that thing inside. You want to fake one direction, pull a guy, kick him out. But you can tell, great job by the defense making that thing bow. Go a little bit outside. Now, guess what? All the cavalry's coming. Everybody can run to the football. Everybody gets into play. Nice job by the defense.
He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds. Motion from the wide receiver. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
On that RPO play, I don't hate the decision by the quarterback not to hand it off and throw it deep down the field. I just don't like the throw. Not an accurate throw. He never got his feet back underneath him after riding the running back and not handing it off. He's got to do a better job with his fundamentals to hit that throw because that play was there to be made.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The throw. Fires to the big fella. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's fourth down. Unlike the old school thinking, this is the area of the field that is really four-down territory now. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Use the play fake. Now to throw. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Now the play fake. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. There he goes. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10. And the Hawkeyes will hustle to the line. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. The offense knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Let's it fly. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Taylor has it. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 rushing defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. Dropping back, it's Lindsey. Pocket breaking down. Pressure got to him, couldn't get rid of it, and they got him for a safety. After giving up the safety, they'll have to kick it away.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Working that left side now. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he...
Turning it on! They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating explosive play.
Nobody open, he just throws it away, and it'll bring up second down. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Misfired on the last play, they'll go back to the air. Finds his big tight end. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
He might want another play. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Fires into the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Hawkeye!
And that's a great job by this offense. That's how you work the clock. You want to take as much as you can and punch that ball in the end zone. Masterful clock management, and they now take the lead going into the half.
And you just got to wonder, too, David, how does that affect the confidence of the defense, right? They needed to find some way, somehow, to get a stop, limit the damage on that final drive. They give up a touchdown. They're going into halftime now, trailing. They've got to raise their level of play in the second half.
The offense has enough time to get off the play before we head to the half. The run from the shotgun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, some edge-of-your-seat moments between the Gophers and Hawkeyes, and there's still 2 quarters to go in the fight for the Floyd of Rosedale. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player. With that, let's send it back to the guys to see how the fight between Minnesota and Iowa plays out.
Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the third. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Back to pass. Spits it out to the back. All by himself. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. Did a nice job of it.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with second and short.
And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision, nice job by the running back getting the yardage.
Off the play fake. Might be looking to run. But a little time, lets it go. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much. The Hawkeyes come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. On third and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Looking to throw on first down. They'll run the screen.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. How about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work.
And the Hawkeyes with a second and short to keep this drive moving. It's complete on the right side. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Iowa!
Man, find your weapons. Nice job by the quarterback. Find the running back out of the backfield. He catches catches it and does the rest, walks into the end zone for the touchdown.
Wants to go up top. Finds his big tight end. He's got the two-point conversion, and they build on that lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
Breaks into the open. Got it across the 20 and out to the 23, a pickup of 4. These Hawkeye fans know exactly what to do to get behind this D on 3rd down. To the air, it's Lindsey. He's going for the big play. He's got it along the sideline. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. The Golden Gophers will snap it on 1st and 10. Pulls and fires complete. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give is to Taylor. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. And Stroud trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. It took every ounce of leg strength he had to sneak that one into the left corner. Now a 2-possession game at 24-13.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
They'll leave it with him. Hammers ahead for a yard out to the 12.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The Hawkeyes will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And they'll haul down the returner to... on the next drive. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kid who is so important to this team.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Looking for a man. It's Lindsey. Unloads to the wideout. Working on the right. Busts through behind his pad. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. That's the way you get things going. A huge play, and now attacking from just inside the red zone. He'll do it himself. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line. Operating in the red zone here on second down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will.
All right, guys, that's not a home run type play, but he did enough there to keep the chains moving.
First and goal and a touchdown here really gives them momentum. They'll run the option. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping to run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
That's the end of the quarter, and Iowa is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Just when they're looking run, now up top. Got his man on the right. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Well, short completion setting up third down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
They desperately need to get the score here on third and goal to have any kind of wild chance. From the gun, wants to pass. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota! They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been...
Oh, he's got some space!
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff, where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense, and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
What a good job to be able to pick up that kind of yardage when you're trying to finish off the game.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just frees the second level of that defense just for a second. It allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
And the Hawkeyes can really attack on this 2nd and short. Pulls and fires complete to the right. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. So this offense with an opportunity to put this game in a hammerlock if they can score and bleed the clock. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defensive coordinators, they'll tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
On the snap, it's Moulton. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Hawkeye! And they take it in for 6 more points. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column. And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point 4th quarter lead. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job, you got points, now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
Back to throw, it's Lindsey. Bringing the heat. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. And the Golden Gophers now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright. You just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football. And no messing around right now if you're on offense. This is the time where execution has got to be at a premium. You need to hit completions, David. They need some big plays.
Yeah, and you just want to keep pressuring them and keep making them use the clock. Give them the underneath stuff. And again, when they drive the football down the field, I just can't give up touchdowns. Field goal at this point is not going to hurt my defense.
Big play. Takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47. The Golden Gophers getting set on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Tracy. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Scoops it up. Still a live ball. Knocked down, but not before he gets the 1st down after recovering the fumble. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. And the Golden Gophers are flying down the field. Reads it, fires complete. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down. The Golden Gophers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Lights off the defender. He's guided out of bounds at the 12-yard line. And the Golden Gophers, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Here's the give off the left side. Big-time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. The Golden Gophers want to move quickly. Back to throw. It's Lindsey. Snagged in the middle. It's Taylor. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Hammers ahead for a yard out to the 12.
Yeah, and a nice job by this defense. This is a critical moment, right? We got to get the football back. They're backed up, thank goodness. Force a punt here, get the football back so we can make some magic here in this 4th quarter.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Going to have to come up with a play on 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man. It's Gill. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Hawkeyes will line up to punt it away. Oh, it's a phony punt. They're going to run it. The up man. They will stop him short. Turn it over on downs. They tried to catch him napping on that fake, but turns out they were wide awake. They'll give it to the back. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. Tough way to start this drive. Now they'll try to fix it on 2nd and 15.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again.
Touchdown, Golden Gophers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. 2-point conversion attempt is coming.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Jump the gun just a bit, and we've got a false start.
False start on offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. This game is so close to being salted away if the offense can just run out the clock. They'll try the run. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. A strike downfield. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23. Let's see how successful they'll be on 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. Talk about a timely run. Gets the first down. Clock keeps moving as they try to finish the deal. And the Hawkeyes come to the line with a new set of downs.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
Now on 2nd down, and we'll probably see another run, and that might do it if they can get a first down. The running back has it. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
You've got to think there's 11 guys on defense right now keying in on this running back. They've watched the tape. They've seen this guy gash defenses. He's scored a boatload of touchdowns this season. You're anticipating him getting the football here.
On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss.
Yeah, when you get penetration by that defense right away, and there's no way to cut at all for that back, he gets destroyed right away. No way that play was going to be successful. Way too much penetration.
Whoops, someone moved a little bit early. Offense going to pick up a 5-yard penalty.
False start on offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And it slips just inside that right upright.
That's a huge kick right there because now the opponent has to score a touchdown here in the 4th quarter. That put so much pressure on the opponent. Nice job by the special teams going out and executing in a big moment.
Got to get everybody lined up quickly, time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. To the air, it's Lindsey. Under fire. Played till the final whistle. It falls incomplete, and that's the ball game. Once upon a time, these two played for a live hog, but Iowa will have to settle for the legendary, the beautiful Floyd of Rosedale trophy. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.